Kaspa is going vertical again. But is this just the beginning? Let's break down the charts and check it out. What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today, we got to talk about this. This is just crazy. So it is time for yet another Kaspa update. All right, so since our last video, we talked about a possible bull flag forming. And at the end of the long video, I gave possibilities, worst case scenario possibilities, if I was wrong and if we had a correction instead of a move upward. But since then, we can see that it has moved up. It did not break down. So we're going to look at the charts going from the 4-hour up to the 1 week, this time in reverse order, and see if we can make sense of this action and possibly get an idea of where we're going from here. Now, before I begin, let me remind you that this is not financial advice. I am not promoting this project. I am not trying to convince you to buy, and I don't know what can happen from here. This is strictly a gamble. And right now I'm on the very good side of this gamble. So just take this for informational purposes, entertainment only. All right, so here we are on the 4-hour chart, and what do we notice? Right off the bat, we're going vertical again. Now, I was going to get a video put up earlier today, but I got really busy, and I was going to talk about a possible cup and handle forming. Now, we already had the breakout here and the move up, and then I noticed that we had this perfect cup and handle formation. And as I said, I wanted to get a video to give you a forewarning that this could break to the upside. And lo and behold, it has already done so, breaking from the handle and moving up as we speak. And we're on the top end of the 4-hour candle. We also have a cup and handle on the stochastic. Look at this, guys. This is just insane. After the dip, here's the low point right here, okay? And that coincided with the bottom, the apex of this triangle right there, which we had a very bullish formation. This was the flag that I was talking about before. Whoops. Okay, let's get the line drawing here. This was the bull flag that I was talking about before, and it looks kind of something like this. Okay, that's just a rough draft. And then when we move the flagpole over to the point of breakout right here, it says that we could be up in the whatever range is because it's off the chart. I know that this is the 3-cent line, 4-cent line, which we're at that price right now. We're at 4 cents. So 4.5 to 5 cents. And I heard some talk about 5 cents a couple of days ago in our discussion forum. So what do we see downstairs? Let's look at this stochastic, and we notice how we had the handle forming right here where it looked like we had peaked out on the stochastic right there. We had a crossover, but then it came back and now it's heading up again. So it flattened out, and this is a very bullish and very strong move where the stochastic is saying there's still upward pressure as it's kind of still moving up. We also have another very strong signal down below in the oscillators of the MACD. First, we had the bearish crossover that took us to the apex of this pennant formation, but then we turned right around and we had a bullish crossover. Now, while the fast line, the blue line, looked like it was going to start to curl over here and cross over the orange, look what it did. It just glanced off and went back up vertical. So that is very, very bullish. We also see that we went from the solid green to the light green, and then we popped right back solid green. That is a sign of strength. How far will this go? Nobody knows. But we can at least try to look at the 1 day and maybe the 1 week and see if we can make some sense out of it. All right, so if we let's just put that triangle back up here and try this one more time. So here was the flag right there. That's our bull flag, or bullish pennant. That's actually a pennant to be exact. And then we put that at the tip here, which surprisingly, there it is right there. That gets us up to the 5 cents level. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but that's just how people interpret bull flags. But there's two bullish formations going on at once. We had the bull flag, and then when we zoomed in, we had the cup and handle right here, and we're breaking out of the handle. Okay, so that's looking very bullish. And now let's move on to the 1 day chart and see what we can see. On the 1 day, looking very, very strong. And there are two indications that we're not done yet. Indication number one is this stochastic right here. Notice how we had how many reversals? First, we had a bearish cross here, and a reversal, came back up. We did another bearish cross here, had a reversal, we came back up. Now the fast line and the slow line are very divergent away from each other, and they're pointed up. That says we still have more space to go in the vertical direction. This price is now, well, actually it's jumping back to 4 cents. I was just going to say it's jumping down to 0.039, but now it's at 0.0399. Now on the MACD oscillators, this is insane. I don't know what to think about this, where you've got this much space between the fast and the slow line on the oscillators, and just rock solid dark green, solid green on the histogram, and an absolute blast off, you know, from way back in the good old days here. Let's see if we can scrunch this down and get all of the price history. Whoops, let's undo that. I didn't mean to move that. Here we go. It's hard to even fit all this on here. And then here's the pre-data that I posted in here before the data was available on TradingView. So the bullish action started at the low, which was back here. I had bought, you can see where I bought twice. There's several points where I bought and sold here and here. And I actually bought way back here. I sold somewhere in here, and then I bought back in when we got down to the bottom, sold again, and then DCA'd. And by the time it's all said and done, I think my DCA price is 0.004, which means I'm sitting at a 10x. Now, technically, you can call that a 9x. It depends on how you do the math. But I am 10 times greater in value than where I was when I bought in. I have invested a total of $400. And that $400, part of which was created through swing trading, so I may have spent a little less than that, but the $400 that I have tied up is now worth today, as we just ticked above 4 cents again, is worth $4,000. Who can complain about that? From 400 to 4,000. And we're talking from November till now. So November, December, January, February, March, headed into April. So we're talking 6 months and a 10x gain. That's what you call patience right there. So here's my whole area of ownership and riding this. I wish I would have bought more. There's some people that have 1 million tokens and have bought and sold. I know Simon was just telling me today that he had 650,000 but sold out a little early before the monumental run. But this is looking very strong on the 1 day chart. And another big thing that we can see here, look at these bottoms, the stochastic bottoms, and how they're moving up. So we have a trend line moving, connecting the bottoms, and we also have an increase amongst the tops. So that's just outstanding. I tell you what, I couldn't be happier and feel better than I do about this. It's not every day that you're lucky enough to get in early on a project that is strong, makes it out of the gate, and survives for the long haul. And right now, I'm thinking Kaspa is going to survive and do fairly decently. I've decided that I'm not going to swing trade this anymore. I'm not going to buy and sell. I'm just going to hold on to it and just wait. The first point at which I will start selling could be $1. Crossing my fingers. That doesn't mean that it's going to get to $1 because we don't know. It might fail. We might be at the all-time high right now. But I'm willing to take a chance, roll the dice, and just hang in there. Now, let's end on the 1 week chart. This just looks insane. It's the 1 week still has the stochastic opened up. It's almost like this is a premature bull run. It could be that Kaspa is experiencing a bull run before the real bull run. What could happen next? Nobody knows. Now, here's what could happen. We could have a nice correction, find a new base, and then continue for the real bull run. Or we could correct hard and come all the way back down to that 1 cent level, the 0.009, that resistance support level. And there is a possibility for all of those folks who sold early or did not get a chance to jump on the bandwagon if we just put in a baseline. Let's just put in a baseline here. Let's see what this looks like. Maybe we'll start at this big candle here, connecting to this low here, and then we come on up. Maybe we come back down at worst case scenario and find this volume node right here. Okay, maybe that could be the extent of the correction. Now, what I would usually say is that nothing goes vertical forever and that you have to have a healthy correction. And this thing is going up so fast and so hard that it's almost to the point where I would say that anything higher than this is not healthy. And while I'm saying that, I'm giving myself advice saying, well, maybe you need to sell some if we hit 5 cents, maybe half of it and ride on the rest of it. I'm not going to sell it all, though. I definitely will not do that. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens, ride it out, and keep our eyes on the prize. So let's just end it on the 4 hour here, scrunch this back in so we can enjoy this beautiful breakout of the cup and handle as we're moving on up like the Jeffersons. Oh, well, we're moving on up to the east side, man. Wow, we're finally going to have a piece of the pie. Man, sure is nice to hit on something big. Well, that's all I've got for now. If you'd like to post your opinion and talk more about this in the comments, please do so. Post in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. And I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. I appreciate you all and encourage you to do your due diligence, really study into this market as much as you can before you spend a dime, because it's very dangerous out there and we never know what can happen. Well, that's all I got for now. This is Carlton and I am out.